Greetings and salutations, everybody. Lord X here, coming at you once again. This is my 1,300th video. Well, I can't believe I've uploaded that much crap to the internet, but here I am today, and yeah, you see what I'm playing here? It's Sakura Spirit. It's a visual novel type game with what appears to be cat girls and a whole lot of boobage. So why not celebrate 1,300 videos with boobage? I mean, it makes sense. So to start this game, every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yep, everybody does. Yet as people grow up, they often come to realize that the truth, dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least, that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Dead. Every man has a dream he wishes to accomplish. However, there is something really important that you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. I like the music here though. It's pretty good. Okay. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had the desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Gushikten Takiharu, a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country. I can't talk, at a sport that I loved. But the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice rounded them from outside the window. Kaomi, oi, Taki-kun, get your butt in gear. Okay, I'll be right there, Kaomi. Not wanting to keep Kaomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. Hold on a second, Kaomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized our school has a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards. Noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas, I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. Bah, there's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. Kaomi, that only happened once. You know very well it was super hot that night, and geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop. Don't make me kick your ass. I decided that I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. We already see where this game is going. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on with that hollow skull of yours? It's the upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Oh, right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ikiwaki-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck. Sounds kind of bogus to me, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ikiwaki-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up in a modern-day Tarzan. Or be a modern-day Tarzan, whatever. Well, whatever you choose, go look at me. Oh, yeah. So much text. It's a visual novel. Of course there's going to be text. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. That is almost an exact quote from Lord of the Rings. Instead of a hero, it's a wizard is never too early, nor are they ever too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. Way to steal that from Tolkien game. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek nerd at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details. I doubt you'd qualify for either one of them, Pajama Boy. Anyways, let's go where no one has ever gone before school. Nerd! Several hours later. Huh? Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Komi mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so people got ready to go home. I approached the guy. Hey, Ichigaka, is it true that your sister discovered some kind of shrine said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess. You want to date her. Well, even though I have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full dealing with Kaomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I don't know there was anything near the forest, aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river, and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was tight, and... Dude? Dad. Okay! Stop, I seriously don't need to hear the details. I doubt anyone else is interested. So, you know anyone else who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about the lucky shrine out in the forest? The one and only. According to Ichibaki's sister, they're supposed to be near a river. I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Akira Dojo who knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about Arya-sama? Alright, this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one! Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takio-kun, I know where that place is. Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Arya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with her usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you of what happened the last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. How come my mouse is not moving? My battery just die or something? Shit. Oh, you still haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't exactly let me get a good view of. There we go. Someone called the cops. Ichigaka speaking on the Tom has been confirmed. Let's check my mouse here. I playfully patted Ichigaka's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and prepared to leave. I'm pretty sure I got the two voices mixed up there. Thanks for the tip, Ichigaka. I'll be the judge. You were the most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. Several hours later? Nope. When school was over, I decided to take my chances with a little bit of intel I had, and because they were right or some type of thing dojo. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student like myself, but for whatever reason, she has been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. Area Senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Hiya! 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 I followed the shouts, and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Area seemingly in the middle, practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Area! Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Area reacted. She grabbed a hold of my hand, and with a loud grunt shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, no one sneaks up on the great Konichi Area. Oh, Taki boy, I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Konichi? More like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taki boy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess, you want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh? What do you want to ask? I've got all afternoon. I could do a bit of break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Oh yeah, this one time I got nervous. Well, obviously I can't hide for a match with friends and students. Taki boy, are you sure of this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Arya seemed to think quite a long time, while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way of the shrine. I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine of something of value. I guess I'll have to think of something before I go there. Thanks, senpai. I appreciate the help. We? Oh, no, Taki boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you the easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. Yeah. Okay, she gave us directions. The forest near dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled trees nearby. I followed Aria's scribbles and a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living here, perhaps some secret martial arts master. The thought of a hermit living up in the shrine to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact, aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living here. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. Two familiars are a building and a rather fancy-looking altar. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I've been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think their luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, the amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for luck. Female voice. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing the voice, I turned around, trying to find the source, and there was no one to be seen. Who is there? Quite the cliche question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I? Where are you telling me to show yourself? Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in things such as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about this something might be that you are preparing yourself for. I felt a little annoyed. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously? You don't know what judo is? A highly skilled combat area? Ah, so you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and come here in hopes of finding the resolve to fight. I'm not sure about the whole warrior part. How unfortunate. It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind. That kind, a hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands alone in prayer. So what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, your sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated at the moment the girl's words reached my ears. My head spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing on my back. My vision grew very blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps. Holy shit. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. And this is the game, folks. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Rays of sunlight stirred me back up with a groan of annoyance, leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby. Get back here! Haikage, stop them at once. Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Yeah, I think they notice what's missing, Oni-sama. Keep running, little one, and we might just make it. Just when I thought the day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footsteps could be heard nearby. What in the world is going on here? Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about this scene, something that didn't make any sense. The girls being chased had the ears and tail of an animal, and the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and a naginda? Katana girl. You conniving fox, come back here at once. Return what you stole immediately. Give me back my panties. Why am I playing this? Why did I buy this in the first place? Hagi, how could you say something out loud like that? Panties, panties. Oh no, help, save us from the rampaging women. As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls armed with rather realistic looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. I'm so going to regret this. My words exactly now after doing this recording. Mumbling in my annoyance, I chased after the girls. Hakage, go around to the left. Right, I said left. Why do you always underestimate me? I wasn't saying right, you know what, never mind. Just run after them. As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate the path. Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much anymore. I'm starting to feel a bit, yeah. Just a little longer, Mikio-chan. We're almost... Mikio, not that, not now. Sorry, Oni-sama. Scissor attack! I arrived just in time to find the scene, taken straight out from an action movie. The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with killing instincts to look. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. The girls were going in for a beating if I didn't stop them. What would you... Yeah, we've got you now, thieves. I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both put in the stocks. Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to run around without any of these on. Yeah, even though I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice and keeps me feeling fresh and tingly. Hakage, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you. This is about our undergarments stolen, and these two criminals being brought to justice. Yeah, Oni-sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh, it's going to be okay, little one. Hey, guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch. Stop it right there. However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Or if it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew frustrated. Ugh, I can't see. Who the hell tosses it? Peeling the items off my face, I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample. While the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and a lacy black panties. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end well. Ah, you there! Are you in cahoots with these crafty foxes? And hand those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime, and not for anyone else to touch. Grab those panties right now. I'm dealt proven guilty. It's one of the golden rules of the court. Just stop pointing weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into shish kebab. What? No, stop! Shut up, just drop the evidence and walk away. I am Tuskio Mayo, chief of the village guards, and I am ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. I don't know of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop would go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure I should drop the evidence here? I mean, I could, but... Yeah! Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me with the pointy end of the aimed at my gut. My reflexes caught on just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as if it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance. Naomi! I did not order to attack. Fine, fine. I'll give them back. Jeez. Just my luck to find a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Extending the hand I held to undies, I tried to hand them over, something that would end up regretting. Ha! You think I'd fall for something that's so fool. You may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again. The woman swung her weapon wide, arching the thick wooden pole on my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forward, grabbed me tightly, pulling arms to me back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Your methods might be crude, but they do get results. Akage, tie him up. We'll be bringing him in for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves are hiding. Right! And people wonder why criminals want to resist at all costs. I mumbled this weakly as the girl with the ninjaka tied my wrist together with rope, and I soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the city. Surely, once we're out of the forest, the you two will stop this act of yours and let me go, right? As much as I like to fool around, I have important things to do. The city? Ha! We're not taking you all the way there. You're spending the night in the village cells, thief. Who are you calling a thief? I'm the victim. First, I get undies tossed in my face, then I have to deal with physical abuse and now these accusations. Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's a city. You know. Silence, Hikage. He speaks again. Before we get to the village, I'm a person and knock me unconscious. Sunday Tyrant? Hehe, that was funny. Now I ended up on my way to a jail cell, cuffed and dragged by two girls, both of whom I started to suspect were crazy. Okay. When we exited the forest, the alarm set off in my mind. The city I had lived in my whole life, it was gone. And folks, this is where I'm going to actually end this video right now, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy this video, I'll probably do more. Probably without the face cam though. This is going to be something special just for this 1300th video. But anyways, until next time, I've been Lord X, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later.